everyone. This is Holly again, a friend of Goddess Elite, and I am a major bookworm, and I have recently picked up a few new titles from the store, and I kind of wanted to share them with everyone. I recently did a podcast about Ostara, and I will be doing another podcast about Beltane really soon in the next couple of weeks. So I thought this was really awesome. I was really excited to see this book. This one is called The Sacred Herbs of Spring, Magical Healing and Edible Plants to Celebrate Beltane. It's by Ellen Evert Hopman, and it is I do believe, a Destiny book. Really beautiful book. Highly recommend. She also has another book, a companion piece, that is The Sacred Herbs of Samhain. And it makes sense, definitely, that these two are major turning of the wheel of the Celtic wheel. So I was going to just kind of give you a few highlights and kind of tell you what I've read so far. I'm still reading the book, but so far I've really enjoyed it a great deal. One of the really cool things in the book is that there are throughout there's history of basically the Celtic cosmology. There is a primer on fairies and helpful spirits, because if you are a practitioner in the either Celtic tradition or Wiccan, other neo-pagan traditions, often elemental work and fairy spirit work is part of your practice. When the veil is thin is when we have friends visit, and there in both books there are sections about this. I really love that she talks about all of both the trees, the wood, that is tied in with the druidic path for Ogum. And if you see here, you never get books with such beautiful plates, and they're just marvelous. And it really, there's several sections of these plates that are really gorgeous. The really neat thing is that she takes you through part of the Beltane. It's the Celtic, it's a fire festival. And originally the Druids would build large fires, and those fires then would be transferred to all of the just the regular people, to their own hearths. And it was a really marking of winter and the return of, I'm sorry, the marking of summer and the return of light and energy. And so this was that connection with the natural world was really evident. I think that if we look through here, I was really interested in, there are different sections with different herbs and what they're good for. For instance, the sacred woods of the Beltane fire, which is really interesting. The herbs of the fairies and spirits, the herbs of magic and mystery, herbs of protection, and then herbs of purification, herbs of connecting to other realms and higher beings, and sort of vision, herbs of courage and clarity, herbs of love, fertility, and abundance, which of course Beltane is a fertility festival as well. And then edible herbs and flowers, which I absolutely love. I love to add edible flowers and herbs into my cooking, and part of my tradition. Usually I have some sort of, just like the original Celts did, I have a large celebration that includes food and drink and music and all of these wonderful things, to just sort of reconnect with life and all of the things that I think that after a long winter we all really need. So the wonderful thing in here is that there are amazing recipes that I was really excited about, like for instance, and we're talking about off the beaten path as well, like edible nasturtiums, and um, there are a lot of rose syrup, rose geraniums, for forest sodas and cordials. And there's just all sorts of really, really fun rose geranium berry jam and sweet woodruff lemonade. I always make a May wine, and they have a wonderful recipe in here for May wine. I also was really excited to see that part of the Druidic tradition, one of the major trees that is associated with the Druids is, of course, oak. And so I really did not realize this, but original Celtic peoples often used hazelnut and acorn flowers, which I was so excited. And there is a recipe in here for that, how to make your own, which is, of course, gluten-free, which is really cool. And it supposedly has the acorn flour has a bit of a molasses taste, which I think would really be rather interesting. So I plan on making some of these recipes. Maybe when I come back and talk about Beltane itself, I'll bring some of them and show you what I created. So really excited. Violet syrup, Johnny Jump Up. Just all kinds of wonderful recipes. And also another really important thing is this: there are cautions. So, we're all in different places in our usage of herbs and that sort of thing, especially in recipes. And she's been very, very good about putting cautionary information. And basically, I kind of giggle because one of the first things she says is, when I say it's poisonous, I mean it. Like, really believe me. So I think that is really important, because I think a lot of people, we all get very creative, but it's also important to be safe. So in this, she also has traditional information about Beltane, and also certain traditions that were and customs in Britain and in Scotland and Ireland, and then also specific rites, like for instance, just like at Imbolc, there were often people would visit sacred wells for Bridget and light the fires, and there would be a great deal of celebration and dancing the maypole and all of these kind of things. But as a whole, this book is just wonderful. It is, it's a hefty book, and it's really, really quite a valuable piece. I have enjoyed it, and I am going to probably try quite a few of these recipes. So thank you so much. I hope you check this out. This is a really, really great title, and I will see you very, very soon. Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.